I'm too used to Mario 3D World. Why can't I do a spin jump? Hello, everybody. This is HyperCole64, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. And is it there? No, it's not. Okay, so we have to do some other things. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii. In the last episode, ladies and gentlemen, we covered the rest of the stars that we could in Toy Time Galaxy. We still have one more to cover, but it hasn't appeared yet. So we're gonna go ahead and head off to somewhere different in the meantime. And that is Bonefin Galaxy. This is basically a gigantic boss battle. This is basically what this galaxy is. So I'm not really gonna talk much about it, but regardless, let's head to it. But anyway, in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and cover some more stars. And yeah, let's do it. King Fin's Fearsome Waters. Alright. So, last episode, I felt went pretty well. Despite some slip-ups in the beginning and me dying a bunch of times. And I just shook my Wiimote, and that just affected the launch star. So, does that mean that the cutscene that you see at the beginning of the game is technically you just getting into the galaxy, and it's not when Mario actually flies into the galaxy? Because I just spun my Wiimote during that cutscene, and that affected the launch star. That's actually a pretty interesting thing to think about. To be completely honest, that's actually something interesting to think about. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Let's head into this galaxy and do the boss battle for this galaxy. Because that's basically what this galaxy is. It's a gigantic boss battle. Also, for some reason, Jaws. Also, I'm gonna get mad for this. I'm gonna get so much flag. I'm not gonna get flagged, but I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I've never seen Jaws, by the way. I just want to mention that right now. I've never seen Jaws. I know I should get shot for that, but I've never bothered seeing it. I heard it's actually a pretty scary movie. I heard it's a really great movie. I heard it's kind of a scary movie as well, so yeah, I'm sorry, I've never seen Jaws, but I sort of had to make that correlation because it's kind of like Jaws, isn't it? You know, it's someone chasing after you, and it has the teeth. And why am I shaking? What's going on with my Wiimote? That was weird. Anyway. Me trying to make Jaws references aside, even though I've never seen Jaws, this is Bonefin. Bonefin is an interesting boss battle that takes place completely in the water. And basically what you have to do with Bonefin is grab these shells and hit them towards him, and that's basically it. It's actually a pretty simple boss battle if you know what you're doing. The first time it will throw you off just a little bit. I think the first time I actually saw this boss when I was young. Oh, I can actually... I never knew you can do that before. I never knew you can actually take the shell and hit this thing and actually get a life shroom. I never knew that. Wow. Even like 6 years after playing this game, I'm still learning new stuff. That's awesome. Anyway, so basically you just hit 3 shells towards him and it's over. Pretty simple boss. At least I think it's 3 times. It might be one... This might be... Again, it's been a while since I've actually fought this boss, because, let's be honest, this boss is actually... This is probably one of the... I don't know if I want to say least memorable, but it's not particularly a boss that I come back to. So I don't exactly remember if it's 3 hits or not. I can still hear the regular music as it is. I don't think it's gone to pinch mode yet, so I think it is more than 3 times. Yeah, I'm right. It's more than 3 times. Okay. So this is one of the few bosses in this game that's not more than 3, or actually, there's actually quite a few bosses in this game that actually take more than 3 hits. Now that I'm thinking about it. Again, it's been a while since I've actually played this game in full, or I've gone back to do the other galaxies, but this game does have quite a few galaxies, or at least quite a few bosses in it, that actually take 3 hits to beat. Which is kind of interesting, if you think about it, because when you think about a Mario game, 3 hits tend to be the average amount of times that you're supposed to hit a boss battle, so it's sort of a way of branching horizons, I guess, to make it so you have to hit the boss even more. I don't know. But anyway, we're almost done with this boss battle. We just need to hit this shell towards him, or at least, I think this is the last one. No, it's 6. Oh, no, it's 5 times. That seems kind of strange that it's 5. Because when I do think about it, it's either 3 or 4 times. Like, it's 3 times mostly for Mario bosses, and then it's sometimes 4 hits. I barely see any bosses in the Mario series that are 5 hits, so I guess that maybe makes this boss more unique, and the fact that it's all underwater, but again, it's not particularly a boss I go back to that often, so, whatever. With us destroying a boss that I tried to make a Jaws reference to, even though I've never seen Jaws before, we got the regular star. And yes, I do accept all the hate that I get in the comments. I do accept it. You can go ahead and put it in, because, let's be honest, I do kind of deserve it, because at this point, I probably should have watched Jaws. But anyway, guys, with us having 96 stars now and completing Another Galaxy, because it was a secret galaxy, it only has 1 star. Oh. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do another star anyway. Has it appeared yet? Yep, it has. Alright, let's get this over with. So this is the Fast Spell Comet for Toy Time Galaxy, and basically, it's the secret mission that we did in the last episode, but all the enemies have been sped up. So, yeah. This is a little bit harder than last time. Fast Foes on Toy Time. I don't know if this game gave me a lot of bad memories. I distinctly remember I didn't have that much trouble with this particular Prankster Star. Not Prankster Comet, I mean. But if you don't know what you're doing, you better know what you're doing in this mission, or else you will die from these fast enemies. So, yeah, just be careful in this mission, and you should be just fine. Anyway, so I really have nothing else to talk about, so I might as well go ahead and, I don't know, maybe talk about what I've been playing recently. Very recently, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I actually, recently, or at least right now, I am actually doing a 30-day free trial for GameFly. Why did I do that, you ask? Well, the reason why I decided to do it is because I kind of wanted more games to play over the summer, and I wanted to play some new games, so I decided to get a 30-day free trial for GameFly. And, and this is the only time I'm actually going to use GameFly. I'm not going to use GameFly after this, because it's 17 bucks a month just to get 1 game for rental, which is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. That's a rant for another time, but regardless, back to what I was talking about. I wanted to play some new games over the summer because, it's summer. I want to try out some new stuff, broaden my horizons. At least a little bit. So, I had one of my parents sign me up for a 30-day trial for GameFly, and decided to go to my game queue, which is what they call, that's what they call, basically, the wait list for games, basically, on a GameFly. And can we replay that, please? What the frick? I just landed on that button one time and suddenly registered, the game registered me pushing the button 2 times for some reason. That was quite odd. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So yeah, I put a few games in my game queue, and one of the games I put in was 3D World. And I put in 3D World as one of the top games in my game queue. The thing is that the availability for it was medium. And because of this, I actually got another game. The first game that I actually got was not Mario 3D World, but was actually a different game. It was Kid Icarus Uprising. Because that was actually one of the games, I put on my game queue. Because, it was a game that I've seen so many people play, and I've seen so many people talk about, and so many people say that it's great. And I was like, why not I give it a shot? So I put it on my GameCube, but I put it at number 2. And I got that game because it was the highest availability on my list. And so I decided to, okay, why not? Let's play some Kid Icarus Uprising. So I just want to mention, I don't have Kid Icarus Uprising anymore. I've sent it back, and I've played 3D World since. And I'm just going to say right now, 3D World is probably one of the best 3DS games I've ever played. I am not even joking right now. I loved Kid Icarus Uprising. It was, like, when I saw it for the first time at E3, I really didn't give a care in the world for it. And then I started to see more things about it and see all these different things. And I saw, it might be kind of interesting, but I don't know if I'll get used to the control or not. So I did get the game, and like many, I did have to get used to the control scheme, but once I actually got used to the control scheme, the levels were so freaking satisfying to play. Like, beating up enemies in Kid Icarus Uprising is so freaking satisfying. Again, this is made by the creator of Super Smash Bros., so obviously, it would have some care in it, but I never thought it would be this amazing of a game, but it really was. Kid Icarus Uprising was freaking awesome. I loved Uprising. Its gameplay was fantastic. Its music was fantastic. Oh my gosh, the music is fully orchestrated, and there's so many different types of styles in it. There's a lot of... It's very ambitious, let's just put it that way. And it's freaking amazing. I love the soundtrack in Uprising. Definitely one of my favorite soundtracks ever now. But probably the best part about this game that definitely makes it stand out is the freaking voice acting and the dialogue. It's freaking awesome. I love the dialogue in Uprising. It is freaking amazing. And there's nothing else for us to do here, so we're going to go ahead and do the Hungry Luma. We haven't done it already. Have we done it already? Did we do it already? Did he already do it already? I think we did. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually recorded. Because, again, I always seem to take long breaks between recordings for some reason. Hold on, guys. Before I talk more about Uprising and how it's a freaking amazing game, I need to... Be right back. Okay, so apparently my memory's crap. We've already done the Hungry Luma for this dome, so I guess we're heading off to the boss. So, yeah, but back to what I was talking about with Uprising, because I was talking about that. The voice acting and dialogue, just... When you play Uprising, when you play freaking Uprising, you listen to the dialogue and the voice acting, you can definitely tell that they put a lot of effort into this game, because the freaking dialogue is phenomenal. It's so freaking good, and there's a lot of great lines in this game. There's a lot of great puns. There's a lot of great references to other video games. And what makes it really great is how the voice acting is executed. And for how these lines are written, the voice acting is very, very well done, and definitely fits all of the characters in the game very well. Like, Pit does a really, the person who voices Pit does a great job. It's just the right amount of cheesiness and heroicness that just makes Pit such a great character. Palantine is a great character. I love Viridi. Viridi's so cool. Is one of the best freaking characters in the game. It's so cool. Oh, spoil. I should probably play that out, because I think I just gave a little bit of a spoiler for the game. So, yeah, if you haven't played Uprising, go play it. It is freaking awesome. But regardless of this, this is the Grand Star for the engine room. I almost forgot what the dome was called. And I'm blanking on what I'm supposed to do. Oh, yeah. This is basically a rehash. It's basically what this Grand Star is. It's a brief rehash. You want to know why? The name of this mission is King Caliente. And if you guys remember from a previous episode, or if you played this game before, from a previous galaxy, there was a boss named King Caliente. Well, he's back, and he's been improved, in air quotes, because, let's be honest, he hasn't really been improved, and it's really the same freaking boss. This is probably, in my opinion, my least favorite, keep messing up. This is probably my least favorite Grand Star in the entire game, because it's just a rehash of our previous boss. And look, this is the same section that we did when we got the second Grand Star in the game, in the first freaking dome. So there's not really much to this galaxy at all, to be completely honest. So, yeah. Instead of actually talking about the actual boss, I'm just gonna go back to Uprising, because, oh my gosh. And the online mode for Uprising is also fantastic, and it's definitely a great comeback from what Brawl gave us, because if you guys remember, Masahiro Sakurai also developed Brawl, because he's developed for the Smash Bros. Series. Duh. Everybody should know about that by now. At least if you play Nintendo, you should know that Sakurai developed, or at least is the brainchild of the Smash Bros. Series. If you don't, what's wrong with you? Anyway, and Brawl had some interesting online. Let's just put it that way. Also, I'm gonna stop for a minute just so I can do this. If I give up any more Grand Stars, my dad's gonna get mad! So this calls for my ultimate weapon. Give him some heat, King Caliente. Yes, his ultimate weapon is a rehash. Go figure. Anyway, the online mode in Brawl was definitely interesting. And no, it won't be missed. It won't be missed. I know the online for the Wii has been canceled. It was canceled around a couple months ago. And no, Brawl's online mode will not be missed. You wanna know why? Because it was freaking terrible. Like, when you, at least when you're playing with anyone, when you were playing with friends was not bad, but when you were playing around the world, man, it was absolutely terrible. For one, there was no matchmaking, so you didn't know what you were getting into. And there were so many limited options with the online mode, at least when you're playing online with anybody in the world. I mean, the spectate was kind of interesting. That was kind of a cool feature, but the big issue with online mode was definitely the connectivity and the absolute unacceptable lag. I understand that, you know, and he's already dead. I didn't even finish my conversation about this, about Brawl, and already he's dead. Brawl's online mode was terrible in the sense that, one, there were a ton of connectivity issues, two, there was lag, there were frame rate issues online, and three, there was a ton of control lag. So much so that I believe there was a separate tier list created specifically for online mode. It was that bad. Luckily, Uprising was a lot better, because Uprising online multiplayer has no lag whatsoever, and is actually freaking fun. And with me going on with a gigantic tangent, and defeating a rehash of a boss battle, we got a Grand Star from a rehash of a boss, which is some reason Bowser Jr.'s ultimate weapon. Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway, so that is, I believe, our final Grand Star for the game. So we have collected every Grand Star in the entire flipping game, which means we can move on to the second, that's right, second secret dome of the game, the Garden. And we can head back to a certain galaxy that we haven't seen in quite some time. We haven't seen this galaxy in quite a while, and we're finally going to be able to go back into it. And we discovered a crap load of galaxies. So yes, guys, that was the final Grand Star, or at least the final Grand Star before you head off to the final boss. Yeah. Anyway, guys, with that being said, we're actually going to go ahead and end this episode a little bit early for certain reasons that I won't say. But in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we will be heading off to a place that we haven't been to for a long time. And actually, in the beginning of the episode, we're actually going to be heading back to the library and actually reading some more chapters. So we're going to do that, and we're going to head to a galaxy that we haven't seen in a while, like I said. And maybe we'll head into the final dome of the game if we have time. With that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other content. Follow me on Miiverse, Twitter, and Twitch. And until next time, guys, I'm Apricot64, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode. And Mario just fell asleep. Lovely.